Hello dear students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Hope you all are fit and healthy at your home. I'm Sandhya Patel, your science teacher from Saint Mary High School. So we have already started our very first chapter of class 8 science, that is chapter name is crop production and management. What we have studied in our previous class, we have seen that as we know, India is an agricultural country, right? The main occupation of India is agriculture. We know that in the many rural areas, the main occupation of the people living there is agriculture. The main earning they get from agriculture. Then we have discussed what are crops. So let's quickly revise what we have done in our previous class. First, we have seen about crops. So what was the definition? What is the definition of crops? We have discussed. The definition of crop is when plants of same kind are cultivated at one place on a large scale, it is called as crops. Then we have also seen the examples, right? We have also seen which are the example of crops. For example, rice, maize, soybean, paddy, etc. These are the examples of crops. Then we have seen the types of crops. We have seen the types of crops. How many types of crops are there? There are two types of crops. First is kharif crop and second is rabi crop. Now, to which type of crop we can say they are known as kharif crop? So we can say that crops grown in rainy seasons are known as kharif crops. Crops grown in rainy season are known as kharif crops. And the example of kharif crop are soybean, groundnut, maize, paddy, cotton, etc. are the examples of kharif crops. And what is rabi crops? Crops grown in winter season are known as rabi crops. An example for rabi crops are wheat, gram, pea, mustard, and linseed. So these are the example of rabi crops. Then what we have seen? We have seen the basic practices of crop production. The basic practices of crop production. That you can also say that the steps which are required in crop production. So which were the steps? There are total 7 steps. Which are they? First was preparation of soil. Second is sowing. Third is adding manure and fertilizers. Fourth is irrigation. Fifth is protecting from weeds. Sixth is harvesting. And seven is storage. And we have started with the very first step, that is preparation of the soil. We have started with the very first step, that is preparation of soil. In that what we have seen, what is preparation of soil, how we can prepare the soil, how farmers are preparing the soil. We have seen that the soil are prepared by turning and loosening of the soil. Turning and the loosening of the soil. Why the turning and loosening of the soil is important? We also studied that, right? Why the turning and loosening of the soil is important? There are main three importance. First is the turning and loosening of the soil allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The turning and the loosening of the soil allows roots to penetrate deep into the soil. Right? Second was the loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. Now we know that earthworms are considered as friend of the farmer. Why they are considered as the friend of the farmer? Why the earthworm are considered as friend of the farmer? Because they help, they add the humus and also help in the turning and loosening of the soil. Therefore, they are known as friends of the farmer. And the third importance of turning and loosening was the turning and the loosening of soil bring the nutrient-rich soil to the top so that plants can use these nutrients. Now, this whole process, that is the process of loosening or turning, is known as tilling and plowing. And the plows are used for plowing. So this much we have studied in our previous class. So let's move ahead. Now today we are going to see agricultural implements. What are agricultural implements? What is the meaning of agricultural implement? Agricultural implement means the tools which are used are known as in agriculture are known as agricultural implement. The main tools used for the preparation of soil are plow, hoe, and cultivator. So these are the three main tools which is used by the farmer for the preparation of the soil. First is plow, second is hoe, and third is cultivator. Now let's see it one by one. Have you seen this before? Just carefully observe the picture. Just carefully observe the picture. Do you remember something? Have you seen this before? Yes, you must have seen this before. What is this? This is a picture of plow. This is a picture of plow. So farmers are using the plow for the preparation of the soil. So let's see what is plow. Plow. A plow is a device that is used by farmers for different purposes such as adding of fertilizers, scaling and loosening of the soil, for adding fertilizer to the soil, removing weeds, scraping of soil, etc. We all know that plow is being used by farmers. Now what is the use of plow? Here it is written that it is used for adding a fertilizer. It is also used for tilling and loosening of the soil, for adding fertilizer to the soil, removing weeds and scraping of the soil. So these are the different purposes or different uses of the plow. Now see the picture. This is the picture of plow. And in the second picture, you can see the plow is being tied on the neck of the two bulls. Right? Now let's move ahead. It is made up of wood and is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals. We know that plow is made up of wood. All of you must be knowing that plow is made up of wood, right? Now you can see in the picture that it is being drawn by the two bulls, the pair of bulls, right? Two bulls, or you can say pair of bulls, are being used for drawing the plow. The plowshare is a triangular iron strip. The plowshare is the triangular iron strip. So this is the part of the plow. You can see in the picture. You can easily observe in the picture that this is the triangular iron strip. You can see that it is made up of iron and it is known as plowshare. The main part of the plow, which is a long log of wood, which is called the plow shaft. Now again observe the picture. What you can see, this is a long log of wood. This is the main part of the plow. It is known as plow shaft. Here the farmer hold the plow with at this point, right? That means the plow shaft is being used for holding the plow. The other end of the shaft has a handle. On the other end, there is a handle. The other end is attached to a beam which is placed on the bull's neck. You can see in the picture that there is a beam which is used to tie it with the neck of the bull. You can easily observe this in the picture, right? A wooden traditional plow can be operated by a pair of an ox and a man. A wooden traditional plow can be operated by a pair of an ox and a man. Once again, try to observe in the picture what you can see, that there is a plow, there are a pair of bull and a man. So what it is saying? It is saying that basically a wooden, or you can say traditional plow, is being operated by a pair of an ox and a man. Nowadays, these wooden plows are being replaced by iron plows. So these wooden plows are traditional, or you can say these are old methods. Nowadays, the new plows are made up of iron. So wooden plows are traditional one, and the iron plows are the new one. Now, which was the second implement? Which was the second tools? It is hoe. So let's see what is hoe. A hoe is a tool that used to dig up soil, to remove weeds and also loosen up the soil before planting a sapling. What it says? It says a hoe is a tool that used to dig up soil, to remove weeds and also loosen up the soil before planting a sapling. Now carefully observe the picture. This is a picture of hoe. You can easily see this is a picture of hoe. Now we all know that it is a tool. It is used for preparation of soil. Another uses, it also used to remove the weeds. We know what is weed. For example, if we take an example of wheat field, in a wheat field, there are another plants present surrounding the wheat, and they are very harmful for the growth of the wheat. So they are known as weeds, and it is necessary, it is very important to remove those weeds for the healthy and more growth of wheat. So it is very much important to remove those weeds and also loosen up the soil. But we already know that it is being used for the turning and loosening of the soil. Right? Now next slide. It has a long rod of wood or iron. You can here in the picture you can observe. In this is a wood. This is made up of wood, and in this picture it is of iron. So it is a long rod of wood or iron, and this rod are used for holding the hoe. A strong broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. Now once again observe the picture. You can easily see right. It is a iron plate. This is the iron plate. This both are iron plates. They are strong and broad and they are slightly bent. You can easily observe it is slightly bent. It due to this structure it is easy to loosen up the soil. It is easy to loosen up the soil. So this is the second tool used for the preparation of soil. A third tool is cultivator, right? The third tool is cultivator. Now let's see what is cultivator. A cultivator is attached to the tractor and helps in loosening soil. A cultivator is attached to the tractor and helps in the loosening of the soil. Let's see. Then cultivators are used instead of plows since they are faster. You, all, you can easily observe in the picture. Please try to observe the picture. You can see here this is a cultivator and it is tied with the attached with the tractor. This is cultivator and it is attached with the tractor. Now we know that plow is the very traditional method. This is an old method. The new method is using cultivator. It makes the process of preparation of the soil more easier and more faster. Therefore, these cultivators are being used very much nowadays. They are used very much. I hope the agriculture implements for the preparation of soil are clear to you all. But which were the tools? First was plow, second is hoe, and third is cultivator. Plow is the most traditional method. That is, it is an ancient method for the preparation of the soil, and cultivator is the modern method for the preparation of the soil. Now let's see the second step in crop production. Which was the second step? It is sowing, right? So let's see what is sowing. Sowing is the process of planting the seeds in the soil. What is sowing? Sowing is the process of planting the seeds in the soil. Now we know that for growing the crop, we must sow the seed into the soil. What sowing is basically known as when we insert the seeds into the soil, it is known as sowing. You can see in the picture that in the first the farmer is inserting or sowing the seeds in the soil. In the second one, it is the farmer is again sowing the seeds by spreading it, right? So these are the pictures of sowing. The seeds are sowed in the soil that is loosened by a cultivator or a plow. We know that the first step is preparation of soil. After the preparation of soil, that is after the loosening and turning of the soil, the second step is sowing. And in sowing, what farmers do, farmers sow the seed which has been loosened by using cultivator or plow seed. So these are the agriculture implements, or you can say these are the tools which are being used in the preparation of the soil. So let's see which implements or which agriculture implements or tools are being used in the purpose or in the step of sowing. But before the we see the tools used in this, first it is very important to check the quality of the seed. Now the question is how we are going to check the quality of the seed and why it is important to check the quality of the seed. Because if the quality of the seed is not good, if it is not desirable, the growth or the yield which farmer obtain will not be desirable. Everybody knows that farmer wants a great yield of the crop, right? And if the quality of the seed is not good, if it is not proper, then the crop which is cultivated is not proper and the yield will also be less. So let's see how we are going to check the quality of the seeds. Quality of the seed is an important factor that determines the crop yield. I have just said that if the quality of the seed is not good, if it is not proper, if it is not the thing which farmer required, then the crop yield means crop production, whatever crop production is there, it will not be sufficient, or you can say it will be in lesser quantity, or it will be in less quantity, right? So it is very important to check the quality of the seeds. Now let's see how we are going to check the quality of the seeds. Selection of good seeds is done by putting the seeds in the water. Selection of good seed is done by putting the seeds in water. What we do, we will take the seeds and put it into the water. Then what will happen? The dead and damaged seeds become hollow and float on water, whereas the good seeds sink. So as soon as we put the seeds into the water, whichever the dead and damaged seeds are there, they will become hollow and start floating on the water, whereas the good seeds will sink. Sink means it will draw down into the surface. Observe the picture. You can see in the picture that in the first glass you can see these are the good seeds. That means this can be viable, means they can be used for sowing. And these are the dead and damaged seeds which are growing on the top of the water. So this is the way in which we are checking the quality of the seeds. So I hope this is clear to you all how we are going to check the quality of the seeds. Now let's see which agricultural implements are used in the process of sowing. First is traditional tool. Observe the figure. You can see this is the tool which is being used for sowing. This is something funnel shaped, right? This is funnel shaped tool which is used by the farmer for sowing, and this is the traditional tool. You can say that this is the ancient time. In ancient time, this tool being used for sowing. Let's see what is this. The traditional tool used to sow the seeds was like a funnel. You can see in the picture that this is a tool. It is of funnel shape, right? This is a funnel shaped tool, and this is a traditional tool which being used by the farmer in old days for sowing the seeds. Once seeds were put into this funnel, they would go to 2-3 tubes having sharp ends. As soon as the farmer put the seeds into the funnel, what will happen? They will go to 2 to 3 tubes having sharp ends. They will contain 2 to 3 tubes in which there are sharp ends. As soon as the farmer put the seeds into the funnel, they will go to 2 to 3 tubes having sharp ends. The end of the tool is sharp, through which the seeds are being sowed into the soil. The ants will pierce into the soil and place the seeds there. Ants will pierce into the soil and place the seeds there. You have just seen, right, that there are sharp ends. What will this sharp end do? It will pierce the soil. So by piercing the soil, the seeds will go inside the soil. So I hope this is clear to all. Now let's see the second tool. Second tool is seed drill. Observe the figure. What you can say? Seed. This is another instrument, another tool which is being used for sowing. This seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractor. The seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractor. This is a seed drill. It is been attached with the tractor and it is used for sowing the seeds. This tool sows the seeds uniformly at proper distance and depth. You can see that there is a proper uniform distance, right? There is uniform distance. With this, it has in the uniform distribution of the seeds, right? And also the seeds will go very deep into the soil. It ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. It ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. Then it also makes sure that whatever seed is being sowed into the ground, it is it is fully covered with the soil. Why it is necessary to cover the seed into the soil? Because let's see why it is important. This prevents damage caused by bird. This prevent damage caused by bird. Now the question is, what type of damage is being caused by these birds? So if the seed is not deep into the soil, if it is on the ground, above the soil, the birds will came and they will eat the seeds. It will not give the desired crop yield. So it is very important that seed be inserted or being covered properly by the soil. Sowing by using a seed drill saves time and labor. This is very time saving process and also it saves the labor, right? Why? Because you can see in the picture that there is a uniform distance, right? And it will help in sowing of the seed and also uniform sowing of the seed, and also it also helps in the proper covering of the seeds by the soil, which will prevent it from damage by the birds. So it is very time saving and labor saving process. It is important to maintain the distance to avoid overcrowding of plants to ensure proper nutrients, sufficient sunlight and water. What it says? It says that it is very important to maintain the distance. For example, if the seeds are very close to each other, what will happen? It will not get proper nutrition which is required for the proper growth or good growth of the crop. When the seeds are being sowed at proper or uniform distance, due to which it will get proper nutrition, sufficient sunlight and water. And you know that plant is requiring these things for the proper photosynthesis, due to which it will grow in a good manner and in a healthy manner, right? So I hope this is clear to you all. So what we have studied the sowing. Sowing, in that we see the two important agricultural tools, that is traditional tool which we used in older days by the farmer, and the seed drill, which is the new or modern method of sowing. So let's quickly revise what we have studied today. We have studied the pre- in, we have studied the agriculture implements used for the preparation of soil. Which were they? They were first plow, second hoe, and third is cultivator. Plow is a traditional or old method of preparation of the soil, and hoe and the cultivator are the modern method. Then we saw the second step of crop production, that is sowing. What is sowing? When we insert the seeds into the soil, it is known as sowing, and it is very important for the good crop yield. Then we have studied how to check the quality of the seed. How we are going to check the quality of the seed? First, we will add the seeds into the water, and whichever the dead and damaged seed will float on the water, on the surface of the water, while the good seeds will drawn down into the water. So this way the farmer are checking the quality of the seeds. Then we have seen the agriculture implement which are being used for the sowing purpose. The first was traditional tools. This is the ancient tool which being used by farmer, and second is seed drill, and this is the modern method. So I hope these things are clear to all. So now is nursery. Do you know what is nursery? Have you seen nursery? Just carefully observe the picture. Have you seen this thing anywhere? What is nursery? What is there in nursery? Let's see. A nursery is a place where young plants and trees are grown for planting as well. In nursery, young plants and trees are grown. It can be planted in some another place. Why it is nurseries doing such things? Why they are growing young plants and trees? So this can save the labor or time of farmers. What farmers do? They buy the crop or young plant of whatever crop they want to sow, Then they buy that from there and they grow in their field. Nursery acts as a repository of saplings. Nursery acts as a repository of saplings. So nursery is playing an essential role. So nursery helps the farmer by growing a young plant of the crop, whichever crop the farmer wants to grow in that field. So I hope the nursery is clear to you all. Now homework. So these are some questions and you have to write the answer in your notebook. So I hope these all things are clear to you all. So thank you so much.